Is there a term that defines nostalgia for something you've never experienced? Often I find I have a sense of nostalgia for things I've never actually experienced, in a way that rivals the same sort of feelings I have for things I have experienced. For example, when listening to music that was big before one's own generation, or seeing old black and white photos of how people lived their lives generations before you were born. It's an odd feeling I've heard many people talk about, but I've never quite had a word for explaining it. Is there a term that describes this? Or is it still nostalgia?
I think the word wistful captures that sense of wishing for something, tinged with regret. I'm not sure that nostalgia requires you to have experienced the thing you're missing, but it does require it to be in the past. Wistfulness doesn't. I can feel wistful thinking of something I could be doing, or had once thought I would be doing by now, and neither of those fits nostalgia. There is a term advocated by C.S. Lewis and others that fits the bill, sensuched. This URL. I've been known to use this term for its direct meaning as a longing and nostalgia for a far-off home one has never visited, but it can be inflected or further defined to describe what you mean. So far, it's the most satisfactory English, technically, German, noun I've found to describe this phenomena.
I think yearning captures a fair portion of that feeling. References: a persistent, often wistful or melancholy desire, a longing. A strong feeling of wishing for something, especially something that you cannot have or get easily.
I would call it longing for a bygone era, but I can't think of a more concise term.
No one seems quite sure if nostalgia can be correctly used regarding something you have not personally experienced. I'm going to say that it can, because I have found more than one seemingly respectable source with a definition that does not include that personal experience as a necessary condition for nostalgia. Cambridge Dictionaries Online, a feeling of pleasure and sometimes slight sadness at the same time as you think about things that happened in the past. Merriam-Webster, a wistful or excessively sentimental yearning for return to or of some past period or irrecoverable condition, also, something that evokes nostalgia.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.